All right, welcome back to the Sunday edition of HiFly Radio. And the RV-10 build. Having some issues with the camera today, so bear with me. Hopefully this goes without a hitch. I was working on my battery that I decided to go with for the airplane video, and it kept overheating and shutting down. I actually had a battery puff on me, and I couldn't get it out. Destroyed the battery getting it out. It's crazy. So I am gonna get a new camera. Those GoPros are just, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them for what you do, but you can't use the nice settings on it without them overheating, you know, so you have to keep the videos like really short. And I talk a lot, so that's hard to do. Anyways, so I am working on the elevator skins. I'm attaching the ribs to each skin, and then the next thing will be adding the spars to the skins. I have already added the adjustment bracket, or I'm sorry, the reinforcement bracket, which I'll show you guys here. So that is added and riveted. You're supposed to back rivet, but I didn't back rivet. I used, well, you're back riveting, you're just not using an air gun. And I also, so you kind of see it here, so you can see the rivets, they're all put in and they're being held in with this tape. It's called rivet tape. Nothing new to, you know, to the build, but I had it. It came with my toolkit when I bought it. But if you don't have that, you can just use tape, and all it does is keep the rivets in when you flip it over like this to back rivet. So what I am doing that's different, instead of using an air gun to rivet, I am going to use the card one from Clemson Aeronautics with my new TX and back rivet. So I put the back rivet plate on, and he's got the flush attachment. And the only thing I didn't like was it has, hold on, let me grab this here, stand by. So typically you have this, you know, and there's this spring piece on it, and it keeps so when you're hammering, it helps keep the, you know, keeps that the end of your rivet from slipping off because it's cupped. And it's spring loaded, and nothing wrong with this and nothing wrong with his, but the problem I was running into is because you have to get these ribs have a lip on them. It's hard to see here, let me flip it over. The ribs have a lip on them, so it's harder to get, you know, you have to get as, you can't get centered on this with this piece on, so I took it off. It's just a pin with a spring. Plus, when I was doing the reinforcement brackets, the rivets were taller, and I was having to lift this up every time to get the piece of the part under it and moved around to the next rivet. So I just removed it, and it actually makes it easier because I can line up on the rivet easier. So just a tip for hit. Nothing wrong with the setup. If you want to use it, great. If not, so let me show you this, and I won't bore you with the whole piece. And what I've done is I've added a table over here and a table on the right and left, and this is actually on wheels, so I can move it around, but I really only, since I got both my hands, I'm just doing this because I have a foot operated controller. And let me get a rivet on here. You have to be a little careful when you put the part on so you don't push the rivets back out, but other than that, it's fairly simple, and once you get one rivet set, it's super easy. So let me get one. I kind of set the middle here, and what I'll do is I'll lift the part up to where the rivet touches that piece so I know that it's centered, and then I just press the pedal, and that sets one rib, and now it makes it easier. And I'll always check the first couple ribs and make sure I've got the right pressure. So there you go. And then I can go through and quickly do the ribs. So there was that one. These 3-3s, what I've noticed, they're harder to squeeze, and I don't know if it's because it's shorter to get the same. Uh-oh, did that one go through right? I think that one didn't set right. Let me see. It's hard to tell. That might need to be drilled out. That's the problem if you don't keep them pressed down. So it's probably a better technique to keep it flush on the actual plate on the bottom once you kind of get it centered. So let me do that one on this one, make sure. Yeah, that's the better way to do it. Yeah, so technique. And then this back one, because it's close to this piece, you kind of have to flex it out a little bit to get it to bend it. I hate to say it, but you have to bend it. Just be careful with it, you don't want to overbend it. And then I'll come down here, do this one. Just be careful, don't get your finger. And there's the compressor, like always. Bam, so there's that. And you kind of see. Voila. Much faster, much easier. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of them, so I just want to show you guys this. Kind of how I'm going to do the rest of the elevators like this. And then I'm planning to do it on the tail cone itself. So we'll see how that goes. But you guys take it easy. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave some comments. You guys have a good one. Cheers.